Hey guys, welcome back to another Let's Draw, and today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a cheetah. So I wore my matching shirt. Yeah, these are cheetahs I think, or maybe they're leopards. Close enough. But I'm going to show you how to make a cheetah. So for this one, you definitely want to have the colors you need for a cheetah, which are like yellows, oranges, golds. You get your pencil and all the stuff that you need. And let's get started. When we draw our cheetah today, we are trying to make it symmetrical, so whatever you do on one side, you're going to do the same on the other. So just keep that in mind when you're working. We're going to start with the top of the head, so a little below the top of your paper. Make a curved line like a frowny mouth. And if you want to add the little fluff on top of the head, it's just a few quick zigzag type lines. Then a little ways over from this end of the line that we did, you're going to leave a little space and then kind of continue as if this line were to keep going. So you go out a little ways and then back. And the same thing on the other side. Out a little ways and then back. Then when we get to the neck, we're going to kind of make a little bump. Kind of like his shoulder, and then you're going to just have a line that kind of curves out close to the end. Now let's do the ears. So a little bit to the left of this opening, so not right here, but a little bit before the opening. I'm going to make a line that angles up and then has a curve to it. So we'll do the same on the other side just so we get both. Angles up and then a little curve to it. And then kind of straight down at this angle. And then you're going to do a few little fluffies. And they go towards the head. See that last one starting to go towards? And then just connect. I'm gonna start here now at the top of this line. And I'm gonna go up, kind of angling different than this line. See how it's getting closer? And then over, and then down, and then back, and then back in. It's kind of a weird shape, but again, that's up, kind of over, down, over, and then back in. So now we have the shape for most of it. Now we're just gonna work on the face and adding all of our spots to our cheetah. So what I like to start with is actually just a line in the middle of the head. I'm gonna go right here in the middle and just have this little line. And you don't want it to go any further than the bottom of this part of the ear. It's just a little bit, it kind of helps give a little texture to the face. And then we're going to work on adding some of the lines for the snout. So a little to the left of this line and then a little lower. Kind of want it to be right in line with the bottom of this here. So a little bit over. You're going to make this line that angles towards the middle. See, it doesn't go all the way to the middle of the face. It just angles that way. Okay. And then we're going to turn this into the top of the eye. So coming off of, well, I'll start over here since I started here last time. You're gonna make a line that goes straight across and stops before it gets to the end, and then do the same on the other side. And then a little in from the end of it, you're going to make a curved line, kind of like a smiley mouth. And then you can do 2 circles in the eyes, and I like to add a little highlight. Okay. You might notice on my cheetah that's all finished, I did give the eyes like a thicker black outline, and that's how they look in real life. So if you want to do that, I think it looks good. So then we do that on the top and the curve. Okay. And then I'm just gonna fill these in because they look kind of funny to me right now. Now, right in the middle of this, we're going to do 2 lines that go out and out. Kind of like a triangle, but they're not touching at the top or the bottom. And then just a bit below all of this, we're going to make a little letter V. This is for the nose. Then on each side, you're going to have that letter V kind of curve over and then have it curve back to the other side. I'm going to do 2 little half circles and a little line up the middle, and there's the nose. And then I'm going to make a line that goes straight up and down. And then I'm going to make a line that curves almost all the way back around to there. And then a curved line underneath. Add little dots for where the whiskers would be. I don't normally like to draw whiskers when I draw like cats, even house cats or big cats, because I feel like they end up making it just kind of look cluttered, but you can if you want. Now you might notice this one has huge eyes compared to my original one, so I kind of made this more of a cartoon version. The other one's a little more realistic. So maybe the eyes on yours could be a bit smaller if you want it to look more real. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my dots and my patterns on the body. So if you want to do the same I did on my original, I'll show you kind of what I did. Right by the area where the 2 eyes are kind of meeting, I'm going to do this line that goes up, has a curved edge, and then this side's a little more pointed. And that gets filled in with black, obviously. On each side, I'm going to do like this kind of vertical line. These patterns were inspired by a picture of a real cheetah, if you're wondering. One thing I do like to do, I'm going to go back to the mouth, is right here, I like to do a little curved line and fill that in with black. I just think it looks kind of cool. And then up at the top, I did a lot of kind of quick little dots. One thing I think you should avoid doing when you're trying to make cheetah spots is don't just do little dots like this, because that's not how their spots really look. They're a little bit more like an oval, or sometimes even kind of like a blob shape. It'll make it look more real if that's what you want. I like to do a little oval up here. And then I did a few oval shapes on each side, but not a ton. And kind of whatever I do on one side, I do similar on the other. They don't have to be perfectly symmetrical, but just so you get the basic idea. Some little ones under each eye. And then on the body, the belly and the chest are actually kind of more plain, and it's like their sides and their back that have the spots. So I did some big kind of oval-y, blobby shapes that are all at an angle going towards the center, but I left the center plain. Alright, and now I'm all done with my drawing, so now all that's left is to color it and finish coloring in the spots with black. Alright, and I'm all finished. So as you can see, I use markers and crayons. Crayons are really good if you want to be able to blend colors and have it look sort of subtle. So I have oranges and golds and yellows, and here I have like yellow and white. Markers are good if you want bright colors. I did a little bit of blending, but it's super noticeable compared to this where it's more subtle. But I think it looks kind of cool. So that's how I chose to color mine in. Alright guys, I hope you had fun drawing your cheetahs with me today. I love cats in general, but cheetahs are really cool because of all their spots. So I hope you guys had fun with this one, and I will see you next time for our next video. Bye!